Happy Monday and welcome back to the Detail Garage. Joseph here along with Nick with some exciting news. Today we're going to do something, a little bit different, starting off fresh. And what better way to do that than to showcase how we properly wash your brand new vehicle, right, Nick?
Right, so following the process that we started on Friday, we're going to be showing you guys how to properly wash a vehicle that is brand new, even if it's new to you, or you want a fresh start. So we've already laid out the products we're going to be using today, and we already have our 2 buckets set up with clean water and 2 dirt traps. And what this is going to do is help filters out as much of the abrasive particles and contamination that is being brought from the vehicle, and it helps it from being brought back to the vehicle. And we also have our big mouth foam cannon, which helps to lay down a thick layer of suds that helps lubricate our wash pad. It also helps to absorb any abrasive particles so we're not scratching it. And we're using Mr. Pink with Clean Slate, which is going to help us lay down that thick layer of suds, but also strip away any of the old layers of glaze, sealant, or wax so that we can have a fresh start and really inspect the paintwork. So we're going to set up our buckets, then we can set up our foam cannon, and then we're going to move on to the rinsing process, where we're going to be using our snubby to remove the loose dirt and debris, start from top to bottom. But normally with any detail, we start with cleaning the wheels, which is already been done because basically this car is brand new. It's got less than 100 miles on it, so we've already cleaned the wheels, giving it a light detail. Now we're going to move on to the body, focus on that, and start off with the rinsing process, and then move on to the foaming. So Joseph, you want to set this up and get started?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it right now.
You want to hop on that?
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Thank you. Let's be careful, all right?
So I'll place the dirt traps in the bucket, even though I told Joseph to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll place them at an angle.
I'm going to do some of this.
And then the reason why we place it at an angle is so that we're not trapping air underneath it. And we'll push it all the way to the bottom, creating a nice tight seal so that it doesn't float back to the top. And then we can add our soap dilution to the bucket. We'll use this one as our wash bucket and this one as our rinse bucket. So you want to add the same that you've done to your foam cannon.
You got it.
Just a couple ounces. Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink.
And
one in the pink, one in the slate, all right? So there we go. All right. And so the other thing, I know we've talked about this before, but Clean Slate, that's not good. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick still. No, I'm barely hanging on here.
Drink some of that. That might
yeah, Grandpa's old cough medicine. But Clean Slate is one that doesn't really crazy foam up.
Right.
You don't get those crazy thick sudsy foam from it. So
that's why we're using Mr. Pink as an additive for it. So
that's right.
The cleaning power as well as the foam.
Correct. Yep. You got the little top here, Nick. We are ready. Oh, look at that. All right, let me carefully go ahead and do this. And this water in here is actually warm water. So we went ahead and took the time and heated it up in the microwave. Totally joking around. But it is warm water, so which is always good, right?
But why do we use warm water?
It activates the suds a lot more. Think about like a bubble bath. Activates. So whenever you're taking a bubble bath, you don't take a bubble bath in cold water.
Right.
That heat just goes in, chemical reaction. You start getting things happen to your body, right?
Unless you can't afford hot water, then maybe you take a cold bubble bath.
That's true.
Somebody asked me the other day if steaming was a good idea for their car. What's your take on steam?
I've heard a lot of stuff about that. Just because with the heat and stuff, that little mist, it actually lifts up dirt and grime. I mean, I've never used it before, so that's not been something for myself.
I've used it once, and I feel like a foam cannon or a regular wash is a little bit better because it's like taking a shower. You get cleaner by being in the shower rather than standing next to the shower.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Nothing like a little suds, right?
Go ahead. Let's get started.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
So we'll start by rinsing it down using, again, our snubby. I'll let you do this because this is your car.
Thank you so much, man.
But a pro tip when you're using any kind of foam cannon is to keep a certain distance away from the vehicle, because it doesn't matter if you're working with 1200 psi or 3500 psi, it can still damage the paint. You can hurt your seals. You can hurt the glass. So one, make sure that the vehicle is cool to touch. Same thing for the motor. It's been sitting here for about an hour now, so it's nice and cool.
Yeah.
And now we're going to be using the snubby about 18 inches away, 1.5 feet.
Yeah, that works for me always.
At the whole time, we'll keep a ruler at the whole time.
That's right. No problem.
And
never point this at somebody's face too. Always keep this away, just because you never know what could happen, right?
Exactly.
Pro tip. All right.
Explode. You could go back in time. Who knows what?
That's right. All right.
So Joseph's going to do that. I'll start the pressure washer, and we'll get this wash process started.
Cool. Give me some of that pressure, Nick. You ready?
It's probably out of gas. Oh boy. Come on.
Just take your time, Nick. No problem.
I'm right-handed. Hang on.
All right.
This thing's gonna backfire real loud now. Did I turn it off or something? What happened? It's got water in it. It's got gas. It's got plenty of this throttle going on. Choke is kind of on.
Hit the...
Come on, Nick, get it on.
This is fine. We don't need any pressure. Put it in. This is where you go.
Taps there. So now we're going to move on to the foaming process. Same process as rinsing it from top to bottom and working our way around the vehicle using Mr.
The Big
Pink.
Mouth. Big Mouth Foam Cannon with Mr. Pink Clean Slate. See how you set it up here for me, Nick? That was like, you know, come on, let's go ahead and just...
I like it like
Nice.
that though.
You do? You really? Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. The adjustability of the Big Mouth never ceases to amaze me, right? You just get so much.
What a world,
So
huh?
much- yeah.
What a world.
All right, there we go. All right, perfect.
This world never ceases to amaze and inspire me.
That's true. That's right.
Make sure this knob's all
It
the way
is.
open.
It's all the way opened. Yep. All right, we ready?
So I'm going to start the pressure washer up again, then we'll...
Yep. Let's go ahead and do it.
So now Joseph just finished rinsing down and foaming his vehicle, and now we're going to move on to the scrubbing process using our chenille microfiber wash mitts. These trap a lot of foam, so you're not running out of lubrication as you're scrubbing, but we want to recommend that you work in linear motions or straight lines, because if you do pick up anything that's abrasive and you start working in a circular motion, it causes a swirl, which is very noticeable and it's really difficult to remove. So working in straight lines or linear motions is the best way to prevent any kind of painful or harmful paint damage.
Sometimes it is painful, right? It hurts whenever you see scratches.
As a detailer.
Nice and soft.
I walked through a dealership the other day and I looked at all those cars with swirls, and
I
that
know.
was painful.
No, it's bad.
Nearly blinding almost.
It's bad.
Look at all that foam.
Gosh, look at that. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Looks good. All right, so what else, Nick? That's about it? So I have a pad. I don't end up having the little mitt, so my hand is going to be exposed. All right, but that's
Because
okay.
of how freakishly large your hands are compared to mine, right?
That's right. So now I just go in and go, and I leave it just like that. That's it. So
Face
right, so
down in
let's
the
get it-
pool.
yep,
You
let's
want to
go
help
get
lift
in
this
there.
up so you don't get your jacket all wet there?
just a little bit, just a little bit. Look at that. Okay, we good. We're good. Don't tug on it too much. Something might happen, Nick. All right, let's go ahead and do it.
I get this side, you can have that side.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get to this side.
Starting on the top, because this is where all the heavier dirt's going to land on the, what would you say, the flat panels rather than the
Yes,
side
correct.
panels?
Yep.
Look at all that foam.
Look at that. The foam is just making it glide right over, just like almost butter, right? Like a foamy butter. Just get right on there.
Foaming butter, that sounds disgusting.
Jeez, look at this. I love it, man. You could hear the foam just, you know,
That thick shaving cream
falling just down by our feet.
foam. Isn't that satisfying? Like pterodactyl dung. Oh, careful there, you all right? And now we're going back to our second wash bucket.
That's right. Yep.
This is where our clean water's at. And rub your wash mitt or sponge against the dirt trap. This is going to help loosen up any of the abrasive particles or dirt that you've collected. And it traps underneath the platform, and then we wring it outside the bucket. This will keep as much of the dirt from returning to the clean water. Grab some more soap and keep on washing. But the biggest takeaway from this is to work in linear motions, because again, if you pick up anything that's abrasive, it'll cause a scratch. But if you're working in circular motions, it causes a swirl, which again is very noticeable. And if you're trying to remove it by polishing, it takes multiple steps and multiple compounds and polishes to remove it perfectly. So if you should pick up anything, a straight line scratch is a lot easier to remove than a swirl, because just because of the physics of it, of a line scratch, you know, it's not going to be a consistent deepness rather than a swirl where it could be deeper on an edge. So work in linear motions.
That's right. Linear motion's always important.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Joseph, you're in a good mood for this Monday. I like
A little
it.
bit, man. Yeah, even though I'm a little under the weather, you know, it's okay.
So guys, we just finished washing Joseph's brand new Veloster, and the big takeaway from all of this is that it's a brand new vehicle, so you want to be extremely cautious because right now is when the paint is its most pristine. So working in linear motions and using a ton of foam is going to help lubricate your pads so you're not scratching the surface. But again, if you pick up anything that's abrasive, working in a straight line is going to be a lot easier to correct rather than working in circular motions. That's why we always recommend working in linear motions. Anything else you want to add?
No, just make sure, as you said, just like be cautious of whatever you're using, whatever you're touching on the vehicle, and just make sure to take it easy, right? So like a new little baby, just be very nice, man.
That's right, yeah. Also, using Clean Slate will remove any old layers of glaze, sealant, or waxes. A lot of people ask us if it removes any kind of ceramic coatings, which in fact it doesn't. The only way to remove that is either by natural degradation or by machine polishing it to remove it. So Clean Slate and Mr. Pink is a great combination for you guys who have brand new cars, or maybe you're looking for a fresh start. This gives you the cleaning power as well as that foaming action to help you lubricate your wash pad so you're not inducing any harmful paint imperfections.
And remember that warm water too. We saw the activation of those suds from some very nice suds came out today, if I do say so myself.
Warm water helps to properly aerate your foam cannon, your foam gun, or even if you can fill up your whole bucket with warm water, that gives you more foaming power. So if you guys like today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, drop your comments down below for future videos. Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday when we go over the protection stage of a brand new vehicle, and we'll see you next time right here in the Detail Garage.